Bom, fala rapaziada, estamos de volta aqui com Mass Effect Andromeda. Agora, bom, a gente acabou de despertar, a gente tem que ir pro monotrilho. Não tem nada pra fazer aqui na Imperium ainda. Mas vamos lá. Eu pego tudo. Geralmente eu pego tudo. Vamos ver o que aconteceu aqui, que ela não está pronta. Podemos correr porque a gente já teve toda a conversa que teve quando eu fiquei parado lá no último vídeo.
It'll be nice to see some friendly faces this time.
The Nexus runs a support crew, just enough to finish building the station and provide safe harbor for the ARCs.
Means we can start waking our people up.
They built a bar, right? Gotta have champagne for the welcome party.
You're expecting one?
After what we've been through, I could use a buzz.
We all could.
Yeah. Rough ride so far.
We'll bounce back. Real food and a shower are just ahead.
Ok. Bom, lembrando sempre, né, que eu tô...
Here we are.
Chegamos, que eu tô fazendo vídeos curtos, exatamente por causa do processamento HDR, que demora muito no YouTube, né?
I don't see any champagne.
Where is everybody?
Novo local descoberto.
Well, this can't be right.
It's like everything's on standby.
If it's a surprise party, they're doing an awfully good job of it.
Vamos ver se... Opa.
We could see what the VI has to say.
Ah, tá. Bom, parece aqui que é o seguinte, né? Que a gente
Plants are still alive.
tem as naves aqui, né?
It's like they didn't finish building it.
No caso... Pera, acho que eu tenho que falar com ela. Deixa eu...
Hello?
Eu vou falar com ela primeiro, depois eu vou procurando outras coisas.
This place should be packed with people.
Interface holográfica. Vamos lá.
Welcome to the Nexus, gateway to Andromeda. I'm Avina, a virtual intelligence designed to assist you with immigration.
Can you tell us where the welcome party is hiding?
I'm sorry, my code is limited to information and simple interaction simulations. Please select from the following pre-programmed responses.
Vamos lá. Bom, vou perguntar o ano atual.
What year is it?
The current year is 2819. After spending over 600 years in stasis, it's normal to feel disoriented or confused upon arrival. Our helpful medical staff can assist with any physical or psychological after effects you may be experiencing.
Well, she's got the date right, at least.
So where is everyone?
Então vamos começar com essa outra pergunta aqui.
Where do colonists live?
Once you've cleared immigration, our helpful staff will assist you in choosing the home world of your dreams. Will it be the tropical paradise of Habitat 7, the gentle rolling hills of Habitat 3, or perhaps the mysterious twilight world of Habitat 5? Whichever you choose, rest assured our Pathfinders have carefully vetted all colony worlds to ensure your security and prosperity.
Oh boy.
Habitat 7. That's where we landed. She's way out of date.
Eu reparei que essa Avina, ela parece com uma Asari e, no entanto, ela parece com aquela médica que tem na nossa tripulação lá. Acho que eu esqueci o nome dela. Mas ela é a cara, mano, da menina. Parece que copia e cola, entendeu? Ctrl-C, Ctrl-V. Vamos reparar nas Asaris pra ver isso.
We ask that you submit to a brief medical exam to ensure your health and well-being after making such a long journey. Once you've been cleared, our colonization experts will assist you in finding your new home. Please be mindful of the queue. Thousands of eager colonists like you are waiting to begin their new life in Andromeda.
Where? Place is deserted.
Isso mesmo, era Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V da médica lá aqui. Vamos lá.
What can you tell me about the Andromeda Galaxy?
Here in Andromeda, you are over 2 million light years away from the Milky Way galaxy. This is the furthest any life form has ever traveled outside our home system, making you a brave pioneer indeed. The Nexus itself is located in a region known as the Helios Cluster. Here, you and thousands of your fellow colonists will fulfill your dreams of settling a new home. Fortune awaits.
What is the Nexus?
The Nexus serves as the central hub for the Andromeda Initiative's colonization efforts. It is the first destination for all colonists upon their arrival in the new galaxy. Please enjoy the many venues the Nexus has to offer. As the station expands, it will one day serve as the seat of government for Milky Way colonists. Providing a safe, stable, and prosperous environment is our primary goal.
Not from the looks of it.
That's all.
It has been my pleasure.
Aí, ó, é.
Please see one of our helpful immigration staff for further assistance. And welcome to your new home in Andromeda, where the brightest star is you.
Aqui.
Current wait time for immigration processing is unknown error.
Right. That was helpful.
Tá vendo? Essa Vina aqui ela é muito parecida com a médica que tem na nossa tripulação, cara. Copia e cola. Pô, a Vina do jogo 1 é mais bem trabalhada do que essa Vina aqui. Isso é um problema desse jogo, assim, enfim, né? Bom, mas vamos continuar a gameplay, que o jogo é bonito. O jogo tem uma das melhores jogabilidades de todos os outros jogos, assim. Acho que a gente encontrou o que tava procurando. É humano? Ô, louco. Vamos ver, falar com ele
Hi
aqui.
there.
Ixi.
We're from Ark Hyperion, and wondering where everybody went.
Did he hear you?
Did you say an Ark?
Eita.
Yeah, we just got in.
And for what it's worth, your VI over there could use an update.
But we thought you were all dead.
What?
Or captured, or lost in dark space, or... But you're here. You have no idea how much this means.
I don't believe it.
Ah, eu pensei que a gente tinha encontrado esse...
I'm Tyrion Kandros. I lead our militia on the Nexus.
I'm Scott Ryder. This is Cora Harper and Liam Costa, part of the Pathfinder team.
I'm sorry for the confusion. Our sensors told us an Ark had arrived, but Helios is notorious for scrambling equipment. We thought you were just another malfunction.
Eita. Estamos aqui sem... Peraí, porque tem alguma coisa aqui que tá pegando no meu controle ou na minha... Pronto. Espero que isso arrume.
But aren't you expecting us?
You're the first Ark we've seen. After a year of waiting and no sign of the others, we shuttered this area and stopped looking.
You've been stranded for a whole year?
Longer. I'll fill you in on the way to Op Center. Everything that could go wrong with our plan has. We arrived 14 months ago. Right away, we hit a band of dark energy that knocked us off course.
We're familiar with it.
Then you'll know why we call it the Scourge. We lost whole
Miasma.
sections of the station. A lot of people died. No power, no food. The chaos went on for months. It finally led to armed rebellion. When order was restored, the insurgents were banished. Exiles, we call them.
Are things back to normal?
Not even close. But you're here now, so maybe the worst is over.
No word from the other Pathfinders?
Pelo menos esperei a
No
conversa
word from
terminar.
anyone, period.
Any threats from the locals?
So far, we've stayed hidden. We're in no shape to deal with an attack.
We had a first contact situation on Habitat 7. Whole thing went south. They tried to kill us.
That wasn't first contact. We know
Uh-huh.
about them. Those aliens are going to be a real problem.
This day just keeps getting better.
We're here.
You guys go ahead. I'll check out the security situation.
You should know our command structure has been fractured. Some of us are filling in for leaders who died.
Is it true?
They said drop everything and report for duty.
And no one was expecting an Ark to finally show up.
Docking procedures are green across the board.
Stand by to merge Hyperion power into the grid.
Pô, tá legal a animação do rosto agora, porque tava feio antes. Quando eu joguei, eu lembro que tava feio.
The crew of the Hyperion.
Good luck.
I'm Jaren Tan, director of the initiative. You have no idea how much your arrival means to us.
We've heard about what happened, and we're ready to help.
We could use any supplies you have. Food, water, we're short on everything.
Aí tá.
This is Foster Addison. She oversees colonial affairs. Where's the Pathfinder?
You're looking at him.
You're not Alec Ryder.
My father's dead. He made me his successor.
Alec is dead.
É.
Please understand, the entire initiative is at risk. None of the Golden Worlds panned out. They're a bust, and there's been no word from the other arcs.
What happened to them?
Unknown. Our supplies are nearly depleted. Rationing bought us some time, but even that's running out.
We need to find more resources, but that takes people, and we can't wake them up.
Until they have somewhere to live. A golden world.
Now more than ever, we need a Pathfinder.
It now falls to you, Ryder. Are you up to the task?
Ah, vamos ver, né? É, vocês não têm escolha. O profissionalismo.
You're in trouble here. I'd say you need any help you can get.
We need qualified help.
That's no way to treat a guest.
Eita. Essa foi a primeira vez quando eu
I'm
joguei esse jogo.
Morkesh, superintendent of this station. Hope they
Segunda,
haven't
né?
scared you off already.
It's nothing personal, but now isn't the time for on-the-job training.
At least the Pathfinder here seems willing to try. We could use a fresh perspective.
You've heard my concerns. I'll leave you to it.
We're all feeling the pressure. Let's have a private word in my office, Ryder. We'll discuss giving you a scout ship. I'm happy to work out the details with your associate.
Acho que ela saia toda andando todo
Welcome to
estranho
the
agora.
Nexus.
Pelo menos tá andando certo agora, né? A animação dela.
I can't believe how far off track things have gone.
It's bad, but it's not over. Not yet.
Ma'am, the Hyperion's core is now online.
Let me show you something. An hour ago, that was all dark. But with the power from your ship, you're keeping the lights on. You have my vote.
And when the power runs out,
You'd best go talk to Director Tan. Make sure that doesn't happen. And don't be shy. Come see me when you have a chance.
Caramba, olha, é bonito, hein? Como eu tava falando, é a primeira vez que a gente vê uma fêmea Krogan. A gente viu no jogo 3, mas ela tava toda coberta, né? Ela tinha o rosto coberto, cabeça coberta. É, parecia, só mostrava os olhos dela, né? Que é a esposa do Rex. No caso, que a gente
Hello, console.
deixou o Rex viver, né? Ah, bom. Deixa eu ver o diário aqui. O que a gente tem para fazer? A gente tem uma reunião com o diretor Tan no quartel-general dos exploradores. Tem algumas tarefas adicionais, que é conhecer a Nexus, né? Que são falar com Tan, falar com Cash, falar com Addison. Eu vou falar com a Addison, que é um pé no cu. Pé no saco, né? Eu falei pé no cu, mas é um pé no saco. Nossa, a gente fez bastante missão opcional no planeta lá da missão principal. Olha só, ele tinha um pé no toba. Então vamos lá falar com ela primeiro. E já que estamos perto dela também, né? Eu acho que ela tá aqui. Cadê ela?
No, it isn't what we wanted, but what choice do we have? How the hell should I know? Spender, you have a job. If you want to keep it, do it. God. All right, what happened?
Olha que mulher chata, mano.
To whom? And your goddamn father. Sorry, my face is tired from dealing with everything. And right now, I just want to know what happened with Alec.
I don't want to get into it. Things went wrong. And now I'm the one you have to deal with.
Alec Ryder wouldn't accept that kind of ultimatum. Damned if I will.
Então cala a boca.
We'd never have left home if we... Not home. The Milky Way. This is home. This mess. We don't have a lot of options, Ryder. Maybe you'll prove your father right. After 14 months of failed colonization, forgive me if I don't hold my breath.
Se empolgue porque a gente chegou, pô. Vamos lá. Deixa eu falar com ela.
You've had no colony successes in over a year. How many tries is that?
Less than you'd think. The Scourge, spoiled worlds, exiles, hostiles. We can't just plop down an outpost and expect picket fences. We need the Pathfinder and Sam to scout, evaluate, and inspire. The initiative promised a goal. Andromeda has not cooperated.
And if it had?
Beautiful utopian horseshit. Colonies that produce and support each other. The Nexus as Citadel, not headed by Tan, or even me.
Bom, é basicamente isso aqui, né, que eu tava falando lá no outro vídeo, né, que eles vieram com várias arcas, com pelo menos 3, né, 4, a Humana, a Salarian, a Asari e a Turian, pelo menos com 4, pra povoar. Você falou que era, se eu não lembro agora, depois eu vou dar uma olhada pra ver quantas pessoas eram. Só sei que chegando aqui deu tudo errado, né? Viajaram 600 anos no espaço escuro, né? E chegaram em Andrômeda e agora não tem onde se assentar. Então a gente vai ter que resolver esse problema.
There's also the strange technology. Has anyone studied that?
We've tried. Not me. The brains in research. They're supposed to know their business. The current excuse? The tech we dug up on Mars was more advanced, but it was plug and go. The tech here thinks different? I don't know. We've mostly avoided it. And from what the Hyperion logs say about Alec, maybe that's good.
You called my father Alec. No one does that.
A lot of us joined the initiative because of his vision. What he shared of it, anyway.
Were you friends? Or...
I'm not your new mother, if that's what you're asking. Or his friend. He hated that I didn't use his title. But no one's a Pathfinder until they've path-found something. Much like a colonial director without colonies.
Acho que é intimidade demais, hein?
How do you fit into the Nexus leadership?
I oversee the actual settlement effort. As the number of outposts is currently less than ideal, my influence is limited. As Tan is quick to remind me. Left a perfectly adequate career as a chief officer. Provincial capital, too. Only a new galaxy could pull me away. And here we are, idling.
There must be some kind of plan for encountering hostile aliens. We can't have been that naive.
We expected life, not an enemy that refuses to talk. They don't attack, they disinfect. We're nothing until we're bacteria. Sorry, 14 months and you stoop to poetry. That's how bad it is. Not sure who started it, but we're calling them Ket. Kandros will know more. Maybe too much.
You don't trust him?
I trust him to defend us. I do not trust a rising military influence in a supposedly civilian initiative. We came here to make history, Ryder, not repeat it. Goddamn poetry.
Já que ela não gosta do... Eu vou escolher o assentamento militar quando a gente fizer a bagulho.
Excuse me, Director Addison.
Ryder?
It's Pathfinder.
Ryder, we're starving here. If we don't get a foundation of outposts to feed the initiative, we might as well be 600 years dead. Alec promised a lot. None of it panned out. That's what you're up against. Why people won't trust you. Why I don't trust you. Prove me wrong.
Você tá errada, rapaz. Você tá errada. Mas não vou fazer, não é pra te provar nada. Tenho nem interesse em provar nada pra ela. Eu vou falar com a Cash. A Cash é mais da hora. Aqui é a Krogan que... Ela é... Biodesinfetante, alguma coisa assim? O que é isso? Vamos ver aqui o que tá escrito aqui. Bom. Para a posteridade. Caso a iniciativa fracasse. É um cerco de 4 picadeiros. Não gosto de como Tan trabalha e seu desprezo pelos Kroganos é óbvio. Acredito que suas intenções até sejam boas, mas ele é um oportunista que provavelmente criará discórdia. Não vejo Nexus se unindo se ninguém fizer nada a respeito dele. Isso já está polarizando a Addison. Ela está entendendo que deve ficar na defensiva. Acho que posso conversar com o Kandros sobre isso. Pelo menos tentar fazer com que nós dois fiquemos mais coordenados, ou talvez não. Eu odeio esse tipo de drama. Nossa, eu pensei que tinha mais texto. Peraí, quem escreveu isso mesmo? Não sei. Talvez foi a Cash, não lembro, não tem nada aqui. Vamos falar com ela.
There you are. Hope the others haven't been giving you a hard time. There's a lot that needs doing. At least with the Hyperion hooked up and feeding us power, my team and I can get more work done.
What kind of work do you do as superintendent?
I was part of the team that originally designed and built this place. I keep the station functional, or as functional as possible, considering.
I noticed there aren't a lot of Krogan around.
You haven't spoken to number 8 yet, have you?
Number 8?
Tan. Ask him why most of my people left. He'll have opinions. I can tell you this much. When the mutiny happened, a deal was made. My clan were supposed to settle matters and, in return, get more say in the initiative.
Why do you call Tan 8?
Because he was 8th in line to take over the Andromeda Initiative. I like to remind him of that now and then. Keep him humble.
Número 8. Número 8, então muita merda aconteceu pro número 8 assumir o comando. Então, em um ano, eles estão parados aí, muita merda aconteceu para o número 8 assumir o comando em um ano, cara. Ô louco.
Did the deal go through?
The clan held up their part, but Tan had a meltdown when he found out we wanted more say around here. Then Addison's assistant, Spender, pretended he never made the deal in the first place. It was a mess, but I don't blame my people for walking out. We're done being used.
With your clan gone, why did you stay?
It's complicated. The station and my clan both need me here.
Os Krogan são usados o tempo todo, né? Vamos lá.
What sort of problems have you seen on the Nexus?
Situation's gone to shit pretty much sums it up. There's Arcs missing. Some idiots tried to mutiny and take over, then more idiots offended my clan, so they left. And to top it all off, the founder of the initiative, Gian Garson, was killed.
Gian Garson. Foi a que a gente viu lá no começo do vídeo, lá da gameplay no jogo 1, que a gente parou na tela. E ela morreu. Igual o pai dele, né?
What happened to Jean Garson?
Killed in the Scourge disaster. Her and a bunch of the other leaders. Tan might know more.
Caramba. É meio suspeito isso aí, hein?
And I thought the Hyperion had it bad when we arrived. Anything else?
The outposts aren't happening because we don't have resources or people, so Addison's more uptight than ever. And let's not forget how badly the station was damaged on arrival. But that's a detail, according to some. My team and I are repairing what we can. If we don't get materials soon, things will go downhill. Fast.
Então, parece que assim, eles mandaram primeiro a Nexus, né, que seria a nova Cidadel aqui agora. Aí vieram as Arcas que iriam acoplar nessa nova cidadel. Eles são aqueles... Putz, agora eu esqueci o nome do negócio. Arcas, aquelas arcas, né? Poxa, é bem um conceito de arca de Noé aqui, viu? Bom, vamos falar sobre a genophage aqui.
When we left the Milky Way, the Krogan were still dealing with the genophage.
Right. The genophage. A little gift to our people from the Solarians thousands of years ago. That sterility virus they infected us with left most of our children stillborn. Only 1 in 1,000 survive.
No wonder your people have such a problem with Solarians.
Some wounds never heal. Not that my ancestors didn't provoke it. They did try to conquer the galaxy. The Solarians were forced to respond. And it's not fair to blame it all on them either. The Solarians developed the virus, but it was the Turians who deployed it. I'm hoping that's all in the past. Plenty of blame to go around, but Andromeda is about new beginnings. My people need that more than most.
What about the Krogan here in Andromeda?
There's no cure for it. But my clan was starting to show mutation against the virus. A natural defense. During the trip to get here, Krogan underwent gene therapies to enhance the mutation while we were in stasis.
So you used those 600 years to your advantage. Gave the adaptation more time to develop.
Yeah. It's still early, but I think we made a dent. Our scientists say we've improved viability to almost 4%, which is a lot better than what we had. Beyond all the statistics, it means more Krogan children will live. It's the only way my people have a future out here.
Aqui, para quem não lembra, né? Dá uma relembrada. O Mordin, em uma das conversas que a gente teve com ele no jogo 2, ele reparou que os Krogans estavam se adaptando muito rápido à genophage. Eles estavam evoluindo, criando anticorpos para combater a genophage, né? Então o que aconteceu? Ele criou uma nova genophage e espalhou por Tuchanka. Isso aí a gente viu no jogo 3, tá? Foi a redenção dele no jogo 3 do que ele fez. E agora, nessa viagem Nexus aqui, nessa viagem da Imperium, de outras arcas, né? Os Krogans não foram expostos a essa nova genophage. Então eles estão aqui, pelo menos automaticamente, se adaptando à nova forma de vida, né? Estão criando anticorpos e está funcionando. Então não tem outros salarianos para criar uma genophage nova para eles aqui, pelo menos por enquanto. Bom, acho que eu já tive toda a conversa com ela.
Nothing more for now.
Good luck out there.
Acho que eu vou deixar esse vídeo um pouco mais longo para fazer um teste também no YouTube, né? Mesmo porque esse vídeo vai ter muita conversa. Então vou deixar algumas ações de algumas... bom, deixa eu colocar aqui no diário nas tarefas adicionais. Poxa, não dá. Dá sim. Eu vou falar logo com o Kandros. E depois eu falo com o Tan, que aí já é uma conversa já da missão principal também junto, né?
I know that look. The others bent your ear, did they?
Something like that?
You get used to it. Just focus on being a Pathfinder. Can't argue with results, though they'll try. Anyway, welcome to Militia HQ. Excuse the mess. This office fields militia work, Nexus security, and looking for the Turian Ark.
What's the word on the Turian Ark?
Scattered readings. Some indicate the Natanus was destroyed, others that people are alive. Who knows? If you need anything, come see me, even if it's just a vent.
Eu tô começando por aqui porque da nave, quando a gente fez as perguntas, fazia mais sentido começar por aqui, passar por aqui, né? E terminar aqui. Então eu vou fazer essa mesma linha de raciocínio.
It's rough out there. I might need backup, if you can spare the people.
I have strike teams specializing in assault and extraction. If you need serious firepower, my Apex teams have you covered. In fact, I could give you authority to dispatch them. It'll cut down their response time.
Thank you.
Our current ops are on the terminal. See if there's anything that could use a shot where it counts.
Bom, parece que esse cara aqui é a força militar da Nexus, né? Como eles fizeram com a Cidadel.
What do you know about the enemies we've encountered? The Ket.
We usually see them on worlds with those alien structures. The Ket don't take kindly to anyone studying them. Not sure why. They don't talk to us. Every time we cross paths, there's a fight or they take prisoners.
Why? What do they want?
No one knows. But I've seen their weaponry and what they do to those prisoners. I want them a long, long way from the Nexus.
What brought you out here to Andromeda?
I was tired of being the good one.
The good one?
The Kandros family is old military. There were expectations, you know? Then my sister became a sculptor and cousin Irene went pirate on Omega. Everyone was proud that I stayed in service. But I kept wondering, when do I get my adventure? Jen Garson's dream was so grand, so gutsy, I had to be part of it.
Ah, então ele é primo da Naryn. Naryn é que a gente jogou com a DLC de Omega. Eu acho que tá nesse... Um dos meus vídeos do canal a gente encontra ele. É prima dele, cara. Legal, hein? Vamos lá.
You talk like you weren't part of the leadership. How did you end up commanding the militia?
I was escorting a prospecting team on some moon when those Ket found us. They penned us like cattle for experiments. I managed to get loose, snatched a gun, and freed the others. By the time we killed the bastards and headed back to warn the Nexus, everyone looked at me like I was in charge.
That sounds familiar.
The militia grew from there. Funny, once the heat is on, all kinds of people rise to the top.
Na hora do aperto, qualquer tipo de pessoa chega ao topo, olha só. Vocês foram direto para nós dois, né?
So. We're not good at sitting around in a crisis. Service before self gets drummed into us at boot camp. That's probably why so many of us are in the militia. We like to earn our citizenship, whatever galaxy we're in. But it's hard to focus with our arc missing.
Bom, a gente terminou a conversa com ele.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
Agora só resta falar com o Tan. Aqui no nosso diário. Estamos conhecendo a...
What am I going to do?
Tem mais missões espalhadas aqui. Bom, primeiro vamos provar o nosso valor e depois a gente pega algumas missões também.
This is the planet where we landed. Habitat 7. It wasn't even close to livable.
That's been true of every world we found. Ryder, we were discussing your next expedition.
Vamos falar ser profissional.
I thought I didn't measure up as Pathfinder.
Director Addison keeps her own counsel. I keep mine.
And when you disagree?
I oversee the entire initiative, and I have decided to give you a chance to prove yourself. To that end, the Scourge dealt us a serious blow. Whatever it is, our scientists theorize it's not natural.
An artificial energy cloud?
It wasn't here when we left the Milky Way, yet it rendered all the Golden Worlds unlivable. Then there's the aliens you ran into, the Ket. They're obsessed with alien structures we found scattered around the cluster. They'll do anything to prevent others from accessing them. It seems murder isn't exclusive to the Milky Way. And now the challenge is to settle a world in spite of all that. This one here. Eos.
How?
You need to increase the viability of the planet so we can establish an outpost. Then we can bring more colonists out of stasis. The more colonists we have, the more resources we can gather to support the Nexus. Everything depends on it. There are 6 worlds we hope to settle.
Okay, but you said every planet you found is unlivable. So, how do I...
A good Pathfinder would relish the challenge of solving it.
Right. I think I should go check on things.
É.
And if I fail, I guess it's no sweat off your back, right? You'll just look for another Pathfinder?
Placing bets on people is part of my job. Some of them pay off. Others...
Vamos ser profissionais, né?
Just point me to my ship and I'll be out of here.
They're prepping it now in the docking bay. The coordinates for Eos will be in the computer. And when you have a moment, we should discuss the missing arcs.
I was wondering about that.
Something wrong?
Ryder, please see me and Sam node on the Hyperion. Your implant needs attention, and we need to discuss a confidential matter.
No, I'm fine.
Bom, aqui eu acho que eu tenho ainda que reunião fala com o diretor, eu tenho que falar com ele aqui ainda agora.
Ryder, You have my condolences for your father.
Para completar a missão.
I didn't know him very well, although I understand he played a key role in planning the initiative. I'm sure he'd be concerned that we still have several arcs missing.
Any idea where they went?
Nothing certain, but tens of thousands of colonists are unaccounted for. It paints the initiative in an unflattering light. Did you have some other business?
What do I need to consider in making a planet viable?
Assuming the planet supports life, an outpost is critical. People like a roof over their heads, and you'll want to eliminate any hostile threats. Whether that's the Ket or other terrors lurking in Helios, colonists being murdered on sight can be discouraging. Also, scouting and mapping terrain is a priority for any Pathfinder. And don't forget forward stations. You'll want those.
What can you tell me about forward stations?
I was afraid you'd ask. It's mostly what the engineers tell me. A forward station allows mining, equipment repairs, and resupply for field teams. I mean, who wouldn't want that? But seeing as how every colonization effort has failed, it's just theory at the moment. You get to test it out, Ryder.
Vamos. Bom, vamos ver a habilidade dos planetas. A gente vai ter que fazer o povoamento lá, deixar ele habitável. Vamos perguntar
Any
das
more
arcas.
information you can give me on the missing arcs?
No, and that is the distressing part. The Asari, Turian, and Solarian arcs are completely unaccounted for. If they had the same problems with the Scourge that we did, I fear the worst. Should you find any clues, please investigate. Without the other arcs, the promise of the initiative can never be fulfilled.
Are there any other arcs we should expect?
We had hoped Quarians would be part of the first wave. But before departure in 2185, we got word they had technical problems with their ship. It seems they're also bringing along Drell, Hanar, and other species as well. Managing all of their biological needs caused complications. We won't see them for some time to come.
Parecia que tinha outras iniciativas de arcas chegando aqui, né? Ia ser interessante esse jogo, cara. Ia ser muito interessante, mas é aquela coisa, né? Depois a gente conversa.
It sounds like the Nexus has had a rough time of it.
Publicly, I would say we're more than up for the challenge. Privately, I can tell you, it's been a disaster. The Scourge killed hundreds, many of them our senior leadership. Even the founder of the initiative, Gian Garson, is dead.
How did Gene Garson die?
With the rest of the leadership. When the Nexus hit the Scourge, a large wing of stasis pods was destroyed. They were killed instantly. These people traveled 600 years and died before they even woke up. Gian Garson never glimpsed Helios. She never saw her vision realized.
Cantor's mentioned something about hitting the Scourge. How did it play out?
Criminal elements took advantage of the emergency and preyed on people's fears. An uprising followed. We had no choice but to turn to the Krogan to deal with them. They crushed the mutiny and the criminals were banished. Exiles, we call them. I doubt we've heard the last of them. They're led by an outlaw, Sloane Kelly. She used to be one of ours.
Who is this Sloane Kelly?
She was head of security on the Nexus. She opposed the uprising at first, but eventually turned traitor and joined them. Misguided sympathy for the plight of the common citizen? Nonsense. They posed a direct threat to our existence.
There don't seem to be many Krogan around.
Good riddance. The Krogan demanded a greater say in political matters. The last place you want them involved. Their muscle, nothing more. Good for fighting and lifting heavy objects. When they didn't get what they wanted, they left.
Why don't you like the Krogan?
It's common knowledge that they are a violent, ignorant species. Long ago, they waged nuclear war on one another. Their planet was decimated. My people tried to uplift them, but the Krogan could never tame their worst instincts. What if they bring their tempers to Andromeda? We'll all be dead.
Olhando assim, a história, ela não é tão ruim, cara. Tem vários conflitos aqui que dava pra trabalhar muito bem em cima deles. Assim, tem várias pontas aqui que dá pra segurar. Mas vamos ver o que acontece aqui. Aí no final a gente chega a nossa conclusão. Vamos dar uma chance ao jogo, mas a história não é ruim. Tem um potencial enorme essa história.
What more can you tell me about the initiative?
It represents the greatest migration ever attempted. No one had ventured beyond the Milky Way before. We've all left home in search of freedom, fortune, perhaps a new beginning. We are the bravest souls each species has to offer. I hope the Nexus will serve as the seat of government for us all.
What do you know about the early days of the initiative?
As most everyone knows, Jean Garson's vision made it happen. She was an entrepreneur on Earth. Wealthy. Young for a human. Garson had the idea for the initiative in the early 2170s, I believe. Many thought leaving the Milky Way was impossible. But she persevered. And as with most great ideas, the doubters were wrong.
Tá vendo? Tem potencial essa história, cara. Tem muito potencial.
Why do you think most people came?
There are thousands of reasons. One for every colonist here. What does any pilgrim seek? Usually, happiness. Finding the thing that eludes them. The thing to fulfill them. While we cannot promise they will find it, we can facilitate the search.
Vamos ver.
It looks like a melting pot around here.
The Nexus is home to several initiative species. Many came ahead of the Arks. The hope is that this station will one day serve as the governing body in Andromeda. Though I'm not sure what they were thinking, lumping Krogan into the mix. As a Solarian, my kind tend to have a low opinion of them. Nothing I've seen here has changed that.
Bom, acho que a gente fez todas as perguntas pra ele. Não, ainda não. Tem que falar dessa daqui, peraí.
As director of the initiative, are you in charge around here or what?
If the others would allow me, they don't see me as the rightful successor.
So how does anything get done?
In theory, Kesh handles the Nexus's physical operations, Kandros runs the militia, and Addison manages colonial affairs. I oversee all of it. In practice, we argue, debate, and yell at each other until a decision is made. If we're lucky. It is maddening.
Bom.
What's their problem with you?
I am not Jean Garson. Our founder was charismatic, eccentric, larger than life. Traits I cannot hope to mimic. She and her inner circle perished in the Scourge, some at the hands of the Exiles, some never made it out of stasis. I was deputy assistant for revenue management. Then all 7 leaders above me died. I was next in line for the role.
Então, não sei, cara. Não sei, ainda tá suspeita essa história.
So, you're an accountant?
Don't let that fool you. We are all capable of more than we know. When I was young, I was fascinated by the idea of exploring space. Life had its detours, and I went a different direction. Then I heard about the initiative, and saw my chance to try the path not taken. While I may not be setting foot on New Worlds, my authority can ensure that you do.
Right. Sorry.
E tem a ver assim que no jogo 1, quase todos os no jogo 1, 2 e 3, quase todos os salários que a gente conhecia, eles falavam muito rápido, né? Parecia um esquilo que tomou café, assim, daqueles de desenho animado. Deu a louca na Chapeuzinho Vermelho, alguma coisa assim. Tem o esquilo que toma café e começa a falar muito rápido, então me lembrava muito Salarians, né? E esse aqui fala muito calmo, mano. Fala muito tranquilo, até devagar. Parece que tá em câmera lenta e tal. Não tô...
That's all.
Eu vim jogando os 3 jogos ali.
Eu
não tô acostumado com esse ritmo de fala. Good luck. Bom, a gente falou, a gente terminou aqui um começo melhor. Aqui tá tudo fechado ainda, tá tudo bagunçado. Vamos dar uma melhorada aqui. Olha.
Hey, you okay?
I'm fine. My arms got the brunt of it.
Stuff exploding like this happen often?
Back right after the mutiny, we had a lot of this happening. But not lately.
I wasn't there during the mutiny.
Lucky. I thought we were done with this, honestly. That maybe I was just being paranoid.
What is there to be paranoid about?
We've had 3 malfunctions in the past week.
That's not good. Sorry, understatement.
Yeah. And now I have more repairs.
Vou ter uma resposta mais lógica e profissional, ao invés de emocional, né? Vou ser mais... Olha a minha barbinha crescer, a barbinha.
Did you talk to security about this?
How can I? For all I know, someone in security is the one doing this. I've scanned all the potential sabotage areas I can think of, but I don't know who to trust anymore.
Sounds like a lot went down before the Hyperion docked.
Yeah, I guess. Wait, that's it. You can't possibly be involved in this. You weren't even here during the mutiny. Would you, if you have time? Maybe you could help me, if they start hitting critical systems.
Bom, eu vou ajudar aqui.
Sure thing. What can I do?
If you could scan these other panels while I fix this one, that'd really help. I've sent the locations to your Omni tool. Just send me the data when you're done.
Pô, o cabelinho dele aí tá... A pranchinha tá mal feita, hein? Bom, eu vou... Daqui a pouco eu vejo esse mural de informação. Pera, eu tenho que ajudar esse cara aqui. Deixa eu pegar ele aqui rapidinho. Tô nas missões, tarefa da Nexus, sabotagem da estação. Investiga o local no centro de operações, investiga o local na milícia, investiga o local no QG dos exploradores. Ah, cadê o QG dos... Ah, tá aqui. Eu acho que tá aqui.
Pathfinder, to cover their tracks, the Saboteur is overloading power to this panel from another junction relay. You can scan and trace the connective wiring to locate the surrogate panel.
Localizar o painel substituto? Como? Ah, tem um bagulho ali, ó. Que liga. Tá aqui.
Scanning power junction relays. This panel is malfunctioning. Without more data, I cannot determine if this is a normal malfunction or sabotage.
I'll just disable power to the panel until Raj can check it out.
Investiga o local da milícia. Aqui, ó, o QG dos exploradores é aqui, aqui. Está aqui do lado.
Scan and trace the wiring to locate the panel that the Saboteur used.
Tá lá em cima. Tá aqui, ó.
Scanning. This panel has been tampered with.
Send the data to Raj.
Yes, Pathfinder.
Agora vamos investigar outro local. Acho que eu, como eu falei, vou deixar esse vídeo aqui mais longo. Aí, deixando esse vídeo mais longo, eu vou fazer um teste para ver quanto tempo que ele leva para ser...
Pathfinder, I received the data from Sam. It really is sabotage.
Any idea as to who it might be?
Yeah. All these panels were worked on by Zara. I just can't believe it.
Security video logs confirm that Zara Kellis worked on these panels, as well as the one Raj Patil encountered.
Well, shit. Any idea where she is now?
Kellis is currently working on a panel on the Hyperion main deck.
Tá ok. Ah, o maluco aqui tá fazendo, tá chavecando a menina?
Pathfinder, no time for our beer yet. This place is a mess. Security is... let's call it strained.
I can believe it. The Nexus is running on empty.
Not just that. A lot of the exiles were security. Everyone was trained and armed for Frontier. We know Ket are dangerous, and now we have to worry about our people too. No idea where they went, but they left mad.
Mais motivo para...
There's apparently no viable planets in range. Exile may have been a sanitized death sentence.
What a shit show. Pathfinder, We have to get this back on track or we don't survive. No pressure, right?
As long as the Nexus is here, as long as we're here, we have a job to do.
Double down crisis mode. I can do that. We can do that. Ready and willing, Pathfinder.
Pô, eu acho que essa cor de cabelo aqui é meio desnecessária, né? Mas se a gente tá no futuro, é futurista. Ok. Bom. Nossa, a mulher me acompanha, ela quer falar comigo, ó. Bom, eu não vou falar com ela agora, eu vou terminar de fazer essa missão aqui. Eu tenho que confrontar o sabotador. Depois eu falo. Mas se processar legal, eu faço vídeo mais longos. Se tiver um bom processamento, essa base aqui do jogo.
Zara Kellis?
Yes?
I have evidence you've been sabotaging the Nexus.
What? No, I'd never... I've been looking into this myself. I have the scans to prove it. Here. I'll transfer the scans I took to your Omni tool.
Funny. Raj was investigating the same thing, and it led us to you.
My scans point at Raj as the one. So unless someone was setting us both up, I just don't understand.
The data Miss Kellis has accumulated is strangely similar to Mr. Patel's. A third party seems likely.
The real saboteur could be setting you both up.
Because we both figured out something was going on? That would make sense. It's better than thinking Raj could have done this. But it means all the data I have is useless. Wish I had access to the security cams. I bet we could find something there.
You stay put, so whoever did this doesn't realize we're onto them. I'll check out the security cams.
Vamos
Raj,
voltar pra lá.
Yes. How did it go? Is it really her?
Wasn't her. She had proof pointing at you. I figure someone's been messing...
Poxa, eu nem esperei. Acho que às vezes eu gosto de andar um pouco devagar quando eles estão conversando, vou ficar mesmo parado. Por isso que eu gosto de ficar andando, né? Ou gosto de ficar parado enquanto ele tá falando, porque aí eu já não interrompo a conversa no meio, né? A filmagem de segurança. Vamos ver aqui primeiro. Vamos ler as coisas que tem aqui. Controle de danos. Bom, eu vou ler aqui rapidamente, né? E vocês dão uma pausa aí se vocês quiserem ler mais. Controle de danos. Vamos ver. Ah, tá, que a gente está entendendo como foi a rebelião que aconteceu aqui. Ok. Aí dá uma pausa aí e lê. Vamos para a próxima entrada. Tá. Bom, controle de danos. Vamos ver a próxima. Parece que eles estão atrás dos exilados, né? Vamos ver os relatórios dos exilados aqui. Bom, É isso aqui, a gente deu todas essas entradas aqui de e-mail, né, que tava tendo, que falava sobre a rebelião que aconteceu na Nexus. E a gente vai dar uma olhada nisso depois aí.
This file is useless.
Guardar essas informações.
Let's check another.
Filmagem de segurança 2.
And another scrambled file.
Coincidence seems unlikely.
Let's check another. This file is also corrupted. Definitely not a coincidence.
Opa.
You need pretty high clearance to mess with the security camera files. Someone working for Kandros, maybe.
That is the most probable scenario.
Think you can get enough out of the files to find a match using biometric scans, Sam?
The files were badly scrambled, but if I combine all the available identifiers, it might work. Based on the limited information available, we are looking for a human male, assigned either to the Nexus or Hyperion. You will need to conduct scans from close proximity.
Got it.
Esse terminal aqui já foi todas as entradas. Eu faço uma varredura. Eu acho que é aqui.
Biometrics do not match.
Eu sei onde tá, mas eu vou.
Negative match.
Vamos fazer uma varredura no pessoal da Imperium agora. Poxa, legal, ida e volta pro mesmo lugar, né? Mas é legal que é uma missão rápida. E... como falar, esse vídeo aqui, como não tem muita ação, eu vou deixar ele mais... vou deixar ele mais longo, né? Pra gente...
Inaccurate match.
pra gente ter mais ações no próximos, né? É esse maluco aqui, ó.
Scan results show a partial positive. Target is most likely suspect.
Dale Atkins,
Eu
right?
cortei, eu não sabia que ele ia
We
falar
need
mais.
to talk.
Look, not to be rude, but I have work to do.
We know what you've been up to. You're done here.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just doing my job, that's all.
Proof says you've been up to no good.
Figures. Screw this. Screw all you hypocrites on this station. You weren't here when they kicked out our loved ones. Mutiny? We just wanted answers.
Olha.
My sister is out there. I don't even know if she's alive or...
Sinto muito. Vou ser lógico.
Whatever happened back then, hurting people now makes no sense.
What do you know? I don't care what you think. The mutiny leaders were right to demand to know what was going on.
You could have hurt people. Killed them.
Like those who got killed when the leadership had the Krogan stomp on my friends? I'm done talking. I confess, it was me. Do whatever you want.
Você tem que ir embora o cacete, rapaz. Tá
Not my
sabotando.
call. The Nexus leaders will make that decision.
That lot make a decision? That'll be the day.
Bom, subimos de nível. Isso é muito bom. Cheguei no nível 3, que é ótimo. Essas missãozinhas são importantes pra gente ganhar essa parte de XP, né? Bom, vou voltar para a de operações, que eu quero pegar algumas missões lá, porque a gente vai descer, né? E aí a gente já vai descer com algumas missões prontas para serem executadas. E uma delas é bem legal, eu acho bem interessante. Que é no caso dessa mulher aqui que quer falar com a gente. A gente vai falar com ela.
Just wrong. It's not right. It's not fair.
What's wrong?
Oh my, you're... So it's true. A Pathfinder has found us. There's hope at last. Maybe you could help. You're impartial. This whole thing has gotten so political. My husband, He's locked up and slated for exile for a crime he didn't commit.
What exactly was he convicted of?
They don't exile you for petty theft. Well, maybe this bunch would. They say it's murder. They're calling him the first murderer in Andromeda, but the dead man was his friend. He wouldn't have... There are witnesses and evidence, but it's all circumstantial. At worst, it was an accident. His name is Nilken Rensis. He could give you the details if you were willing to speak with him. Please.
Bom, segundo a Bíblia, o primeiro assassinato foi um irmão matando outro irmão. Então, aqui em Andrômeda, um amigo matar outro, não é de surpreender, né? Mas vamos lá, vamos ajudar ela. Ela acredita que o marido dela é inocente. Então vamos lá.
I'd be happy to.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure the jailer will allow you a visit. Please, tell Nilken I love him.
Vamos atrás deles. Acho que eu falo com o guarda da prisão. Deixa eu falar com... Ali.
Help you?
Pathfinder Ryder, here to see Nilken Rensis.
Ah, our murderer. Wife's here all the time. Guess she told you her sob story. Nilken, you're moving up in the world. There's a Pathfinder wanted to chat with you.
The Pathfinder, huh? They called in the big guns to exile Andromeda's first murderer.
I'm not here to exile you. Told your wife I'd look into things.
At this point, it's too late. They found me guilty.
Agora, por que todos os Turians aqui têm cara
I was
branca?
part of the futile effort to set up a colony on Eos. We were on our last legs, overrun by hostiles, our leader dead. The security chief, Reynolds, my friend, he refused to call for evacuation. I argued with him. Everyone saw.
So when he was killed, people assumed you did it?
For good reason. He ordered us to regroup and counterattack. We were moving through a sandstorm. I saw movement, thought it was the Ket, and... I guess I panicked and fired. A witness saw the chief's chest explode.
Vamos ver. Pode ser...
Sounds like an accident.
That's what I told them. But I was enraged when we argued. There's a recording. It's ugly. Everyone's certain I did it on purpose so we could evacuate. Only my word otherwise.
Vou procurar as provas, né?
I'll check out the evidence. Maybe something doesn't add up.
It'd be nice to have someone with an open mind looking at it. You're a Pathfinder. I'm sure Kandros would give you access. Maybe there's still hope.
Vou falar com o Kandros aqui. Parece-me... quer dizer que os caras... Que os... Os caras estão com sangue nos olhos pra...
No news on the Turian Ark yet? Or is this militia business?
I spoke with Nilken Rensis, the man found guilty of the murder on Eos.
Yes, our first murder here in Andromeda. I wish it had been our last. When the colony attempts failed, it didn't help spirits that a high-ranking officer was killed by one of our own. The mutiny here on Nexus was probably inevitable, but this acted as a spark.
Esse aí, acho que assim, me incomoda um pouco de todos os Turians você ter a cara branca. E aí, pra diferenciar, coloca esse aí uma cor azul na cara, né? Então quer dizer, isso não tem muita diferença. Então é meio que, sei lá, mano, esquisito.
So there was a trial and he was found guilty?
It was short and decisive. Despite the lack of physical evidence, everything added up.
Ou só vieram
His
pra
only
cá
defense was,
Turians
"Trust me, I didn't
albinos, no caso.
That is the difference between murder and accidental death.
In this case, motive plus opportunity plus eyewitness account equals murder. Look, knock yourself out. A key witness, Cassidy Shaw, works in operations. Go ahead and talk to her. And there's a recording of the perpetrator threatening the victim. I'll let you cue it up on the console there. As far as I'm concerned, this case is closed.
Ok.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
Eu acho que é muito pouco pra condenar o cara.
The Nexus versus Colonist Nilkin, Evidence 7A.
Hiram! Hiram! They've seized the compound! Call for evacuation!
We're not giving up, Nilkin. We're taking it back.
No! I'm not letting your ego get us killed! Even if I have to...
No! Get him off me! Get him off me!
Fã dos Turians. Fale com a testemunha Shaw. Acho que ela tá lá em cima. Deixa eu falar com ela. Ela tá lá em cima. A seta aí tá apontando pra cima. Aqui, é isso aqui. Vamos ver.
Cassidy Shaw? I'm Scott Ryder. I'm looking into the Nilkin murder case.
Oh man, I thought that was over with. Have you heard the audio recording of their fight?
Yes.
I helped pull him off Chief Reynolds. You could see it in his eyes. He was gonna kill him. Then in the sandstorm, I had a pretty clear view of the chief. He looked right at Nilkin and shouted no. Then his chest burst open. I'll never forget it. The look on his face was pure shock.
Vamos lá.
Reynolds was leading you back to retake the compound. Did you agree with that?
It wasn't my place to agree or disagree. He was ranking officer. In retrospect, it is ironic. If he hadn't been killed, we all probably would have died.
Bom, temos informações aqui, né?
Did you see any cat in the vicinity?
Nilkin said so, but not that I could see. Still, the sandstorm was severe. Visibility wasn't great.
Um testemunho ocular de um local onde a visibilidade não era boa. É.
Did Nilkin seem remorseful?
I lost sight of Nilkin in the turmoil. When we found him, he seemed in shock. He couldn't speak. He looked nauseated. Could have been guilt. The reality of the act sinking in.
Nossa, falar rápido até, hein?
If they'd fought and Nilkin threatened to kill him, why was Reynolds surprised?
Fronts fight, say things they don't mean, maybe even hurt each other. But you don't expect your best friend to shoot you. To me, that's the saddest part. The chief's heart was broken right before it exploded.
Acho que a gente já falou tudo.
I appreciate the information.
Of course. It kills me we had to leave him behind. He deserved a proper funeral.
So the body was never examined? Important piece of a murder investigation.
Tian wouldn't allow a mission to go back for him. Said it was too dangerous.
Vamos investigar o... Cara... Fale com o Tan. Ele tá aqui.
Something I can help you with?
I'm looking into the Nilkin Rensis murder charge.
And?
I want to go to EOS and retrieve Chief Reynolds' body.
That isn't usually Pathfinder business.
First murder in Andromeda, and I'm impartial. Figured you'd want to get it right.
Settling an outpost comes first. But I suppose I have no objections. Physical evidence will only bolster the case.
O corpo pode revelar muito.
The more certain we can be, the better.
All right, but let's keep it quiet. I don't want people thinking we're reopening the case. I hope anything you find reaffirms what's been done, but if it sheds a different light, we'll deal with it. We'll send the coordinates of the murder scene.
Mas eu acho que fecharam o caso muito porcamente, cara, porque assim...
That's all. Thanks for your time.
Você não pode fechar o caso
I see great things in our future.
sem um corpo, né? Sem corpo não há crime, né? Então, assim, o que eles poderiam fazer? Deixar o cara sob custódia e ele ia ficar preso de todo jeito, né? Mas pelo menos na primeira possibilidade que tivesse, poderia investigar, abrir uma investigação de novo. Bom, vamos ver os murais de informações, ver o que tem aqui.
I'm Jan Garson, founder of the initiative. It's through your hard work that the vision of the Nexus has come to life. You and all your colleagues bind our proud new colonies together. Look around at your achievements. And if you have any questions, my door is always open.
Founder Garson's office is located at Workspace Not Allocated. Please select a topic.
Bom, a gente fez isso no outra mulher que parece a médica lá do nosso da Imperium lá, Bom, vamos lá. Aqui que eu tô falando pra vocês, a gente fez isso no jogo 1, vamos fazer aqui no jogo 2 também.
The selection process saw the Andromeda Initiative
Nesse vídeo, né?
evaluate
Viu no
thousands
vídeo
of
1, vamos
potential
fazer nesse
habitable
vídeo.
planets within the galaxy. After discovering an unusually high ratio of potential candidates, or golden worlds, the Helios cluster was selected as our destination. Even at a distance, studying the light from stars can reveal much about their planet's composition and atmosphere. 7 worlds, nicknamed habitats, have the life-supporting environments and resources we need to start our new lives in Andromeda.
Outra, mano, duas aqui, ó. Duas iguaizinhas, cara. Uma do lado, outra do outro. Se eu ficar aqui vai aparecer mais?
Viable planets capable of supporting life are key to our survival in Andromeda. The viability of a world is affected by several factors, including temperature, resources, threat levels, political stability, and so on. We have few viable planets currently within range. Resource levels are considered at risk. You are Scott Ryder, salary code 19B, active Pathfinder. Your supervisor is Director Tan. Based on current staffing needs, you will be eligible for paid vacation time in 587 days.
Seriously?
Why not plan on which beautiful colony you'll vacation on while you wait?
Tá de sacanagem, cara.
For initiative strategy and Pathfinder coordination, please see Director Jaren Tan. For colonial affairs or outpost status, please see Director Foster Addison. For station maintenance, please contact Superintendent Nakmor Kesh. For militia operations or Apex deployment, please see Tyrion Kandros.
Caramba.
Integration from the Hyperion is ongoing. Personnel are still restricted to operations.
Pronto. É isso, cadê? Tem duas. Cadê? Tinha duas Asari aqui. Ó, é igualzinha, cara. Pô, pelo amor de Deus. O jogo 1 era mais do que isso aqui, apesar que... Mas vamos lá. O jogo é bom. O jogo é bonito. Bom, acho que a gente já fez a missão aqui do primeiro da Nexus, as tarefas adicionais, conhecendo a Nexus. Fale com os cientistas. Eu vou falar com os cientistas. Acho que ele tá aqui no fundo. Bom, deixa eu falar com ele.
Toxic. What if they store oxygen in porous tissue, like Quira? You must be the Pathfinder. Wonderful. You and your Sam are exactly what we need.
Thanks, Mr.
Professor Herrick. My colleagues and I will work with your Sam and the data you gather to solve Andromeda's scientific mysteries.
Tá. Esse aqui, olha só o Tassari ali, igualzinho, mano. Pô.
What fields do you study?
Herrick's into life sciences. I do planetary geology, oceanography, rocks and runoff. Aradana's the space and math whiz.
Not that we've had much to study, with everyone cooped up for 14 months.
But your data on the Scourge flows like poetry.
Oh, yeah.
Now we can better advise on repairing the damage it caused.
And maybe Addison will give us a real workspace. Who can think with all this racket?
Ok. Temos o professor. Fale com cientistas. Tarefa 1, deixa eu falar com a doutora Aridana.
Pathfinder, we've had some trouble.
Anything I can help with?
Perhaps. I discharged an away team to get readings from a section of the Scourge that was behaving anomalously. They haven't reported in for some time, and sensors can't locate their shuttle. I sent them out there. Good, dedicated people. I fear what might have happened to them.
Your work is important. Don't lose sight of that. When I'm out there, I'll see if I can find them.
Their friends and family will want to know what's happened. And I need to know.
Ok.
Hi, Pathfinder. Want to hit some rocks for science?
Quebrar umas pedras pela ciência, pô, talvez. Vou aceitar, vai.
Absolutely. What do you
Vai dar
need?
XP.
Sam and I used your scans and made a VI for geophysics surveys. Beta builds on the console there. Test it out in the field, and I'll wrangle you a consultant's bonus from Director Addison. How's that sound?
É uma boa ideia. Deixa eu falar de novo com ele.
Pathfinder, those bioscans are superb. Could you gather more for our comparative conservation effort?
Eu fiz algumas varreduras lá. Vou fazer de novo.
What conservation effort?
Só fazer varreduras em
My
plantas.
thesis is on the console there. Broad strokes, we're comparing and preserving organisms from both galaxies. If you donate more bioscans and samples to the catalog, I can get you a finder's fee. Tempted?
Ok. Bom, a gente pegou aqui as missões secundárias. Vamos ver aqui. Ok. Tá ok, biodiversidade. Ok. Tá, ok. Vamos ativar essa missão. Vamos ver geofísica. Vamos identificar. Toque. Ok. Vamos ativar também. Olha ali, ó. A gente tem algumas tarefas que a gente vai fazer naturalmente, então a gente já pega a missão aqui e já faz. Então tô me preparando para fazer a próxima missão. Minerais. Eu não preciso pegar isso daqui. Ó, tem essas tarefas adicionais. Faça varreduras em Andrômedas, faça varreduras de minerais, encontre a nave científica desaparecida. São 3 tarefas, né? A tarefa de Eleusa, Nexus aqui, primeiro assassino para investigar. Aliados, arcas perdidas. Essa daqui a gente vai ter que avançar no jogo, na história. E agora a gente vai para a história principal do jogo. Vou rastrear ela. Deixa eu ver quanto tempo tem. A gente tem 1 hora e 16 minutos de vídeo. Eu vou fazer essa missão aqui. Vou fazer essa tarefa aqui, que é só falar com o Sun na Imperium. Vou falar com ele lá na Imperium. Pra gente dar prosseguimento para a história principal. Estamos de volta lá na Imperium. A nave a arca que trouxe a gente pra cá, que está acoplada na Nexus. Vamos entrar aqui. A cabine do pai dele ali. Depois eu entro. Vamos falar primeiro com o Sam. Vamos ver o que tem aqui pra gente.
Hello, Scott. Welcome back to Sam Node. I've adjusted my connection to your implant. The headache you experienced before shouldn't reoccur.
Yeah, what was that about? You said we need to discuss something confidential.
You should know certain facts before you leave on your expedition. It seemed best we speak alone.
I don't understand the need for secrecy.
Your father felt it was for the best.
What was he trying to hide?
My true capabilities. Alec overrode the implant's safety protocols. It allows me unrestricted access to the Pathfinder's physiology.
And that's me now.
And only you. I can act as a force multiplier, dramatically enhancing your motor and neural skills when required. Alec called them profiles. They provide unique tactical augmentation during combat. Your father preferred to keep this fact to himself.
Hahaha. Segredos geram paranoias.
Keeping things like this secret just makes everyone suspicious. Like you're up to something.
Alec didn't think others would understand. He viewed it as a symbiotic relationship, benefiting us both.
What do you get out of this?
Though I'm artificial in design, I am fully sentient. Far beyond what even the Initiative understands.
I don't follow. You're an AI. So what's different?
I am a new form of AI, drawing directly from the human experience. Your implant is my window into the world.
Tá vendo? Isso daqui foi aquilo que aconteceu no jogo, que poderia ter acontecido no jogo 3. Não foi o meu caso, que no meu caso eu destruí todas as vidas sintéticas da galáxia no meu final do Mass Effect 3. Mas lá tinha outro final que era simbiose, né? Você unificar humanos com inteligência artificial, no caso essa daí. Então o que aconteceu é que o Alec Ryder, o pai dele, né, ele pegou esse conceito, né, ele criou esse conceito e já estava implantando nele e escondeu isso de todo mundo. Então vamos ver o que acontece aqui. Vamos dar.
How do human experiences affect a computer?
This was a question your father often pondered. I am intended to be the answer.
Parece que aconteceu a mesma coisa que a Iri.
What does this mean for us?
No jogo 2,
I find
jogo 3.
myself in an unusual position. Though I had access to your father's experiences, there is a gap in my understanding.
How so?
He placed a block on portions of my memory array.
Why?
Perhaps so when you asked me what his plan was, I wouldn't know.
And Dad strikes again.
But not without recourse. The further you explore as a Pathfinder, the more blocks will be removed. Perhaps you should begin in your father's quarters. In the meantime, unless you have more questions, your new ship awaits.
Ok. Bom, aí a gente tem um perfil. Reconfigure seu implante para um desempenho superior no campo de batalha. Selecione um perfil e selecione A para ativá-lo. Eu acho que eu já tenho esse perfil aqui de engenheiro. No caso, porque eu escolhi a parte de técnico, né? Olha só. Vamos ver. 2 pontos de habilidade investido em combate e tecnologia biótica para... acho que eu só posso escolher engenheiro, no caso. Acho que só tá habilitado a escolher engenheiro. Não dá para selecionar os outros perfis, então vou selecionar esse perfil aqui. Em vista tá. Esse aqui para mim ainda tá um pouco confuso, não lembro exatamente como. Mas, bom, vamos lá. Eu não tenho mais perguntas aqui para ele, eu vou... Peraí, será que tem como falar com ele aqui rapidinho? Será que tem mais perguntas para ele?
Welcome back, Scott.
Tem. Vamos lá.
What did you mean by a symbiotic relationship?
Symbiosis is a mutually beneficial relationship between two life forms. A flower provides nectar to a bee, who in turn provides pollen for the flower. The bee gains nourishment, and the flower can propagate. In similar fashion, my own evolution was shaped by your father's experiences, and will now expand with yours. In return, I provide you with capabilities and analysis beyond normal human faculties. We each benefit.
What are your capabilities?
Each arc houses a SAM, Simulated Adaptive Matrix. Each is an artificial intelligence designed by Alec Ryder to support Pathfinders and their teams.
But AI is illegal in the Milky Way. How'd my dad get around that?
Exceptions were made. The initiative deemed his research vital to the mission. Our design was conducted in secret.
Vamos ver se tem outros Sans.
So there are other SAMs out there?
Correct. However, your father continued to modify my own routines until the Hyperion's departure. I am the most advanced SAM in the initiative.
Vamos ver. É simbiose aquela relação, né?
I take it you're based here in Samnode?
Correct. This is where my core processing unit resides. However, using quantum entanglement communication, I remain in constant touch with you and the Pathfinder mission team, even over great distances.
Entrelaçamento quântico foi o que aconteceu quando a gente falava com Illusion of Man no jogo 2.
What more can you tell me about my implant?
The implant itself provides me with direct access to your senses. I can see, hear, and experience the same stimuli you do while in the field. This raw data enables me to provide real-time feedback and analysis of the situation.
Then Dad added the secret sauce.
He removed the restrictions on my access to Pathfinder physiology.
Ok.
Just promise you won't fry my brain or anything.
Até que as conversas
Trust
são
is an
rápidas
important
aqui.
concept in any relationship. Alec taught me that. I will not fry your brain. It would end badly for both of us.
Me more than you. Do you know anything more about Sarah's condition?
I monitor Dr. Carlisle's reports. He is providing her with the very best care possible. I'm afraid there is nothing more to be done at this time.
Ok.
That's all for now.
Of course.
Bom, agora eu vou entrar. Bom, quando esses vídeos aqui for mais de 1 hora, eu não vou fazer o upload de um vídeo por dia, não. Vou fazer o upload de 2 vídeos por dia. Vou fazer um por dia. Ao que ficou abaixo de 45 minutos, eu faço um por dia.
Your father's first sidearm, a memento of his early Alliance service.
I bet that saw plenty of action.
Alec's first kill occurred in combat during the First Contact War.
Back when Turians were the enemy. Crazy times.
Pô, parece que o cara participou da guerra do primeiro contato. Olha a arma dele, que a gente tinha essa arma no jogo. Olha, colecionador de armas.
Printed books.
Reproductions of Lewis and Clark's journals, detailing their expedition in the 19th century.
Explains Dad's interest. They were Pathfinders too.
A gente também, agora a gente é explorador também.
Sam? What was that?
An eidetic trigger, related to your father, and the portions of my memory array he locked.
What triggered it?
Alec tied it to your progression as Pathfinder, not to a location. Puzzling as it may be, my programming is clear. Locating more of these triggers will unlock the memories. One of your father's memories is now accessible. Return to Sam Node on the Hyperion to investigate further.
Ok, bom, eu liguei o ventilador e aproximei porque tá muito calor aqui. Aí se vocês estiverem ouvindo um barulho a mais aí é porque eu tô com o ventilador ligado.
The coffee machine Mom got for Dad. He was so busy designing you, needed the caffeine.
I did not realize I owed my existence to a bean.
And now you know what humility feels like.
Ok. Bom, eu vou fazer isso antes de ir pra última missão.
What's on
Vamos
here,
dar uma olhada no sistema.
Your father's personal logs. Several of them are encrypted. That log is not currently accessible. Unlocking my memory array may enable it.
Vamos ver os registros. Acho que esses criptografados não dá pra ver.
Currently accessible. Unlocking my memory array may enable it. That log is not currently accessible. Unlocking my memory array may enable it.
Eu tenho certeza, mas só para confirmar.
That log is not currently accessible. Unlocking my memory
Então
array
nós vamos
may
ver
enable
o
it.
último aqui, que é os registros gerais. Vamos ver a partida da Via Láctea.
The day is finally here. We're pushing off from Earth. We'll jump through a few relays first, then we hunker down for the long trip across dark space. It's daunting thinking about all the hopes and dreams aboard the Hyperion. I certainly have my own. I wasn't the husband or father I should have been. Here's hoping 600 years can change a man.
O cara tinha... Vamos ver. Arrependimento. Ó, doutora Liara T'Soni. Vamos ver.
Sam, this is a reminder about Dr. Liara T'Soni. She's an Asari archaeologist I corresponded with a few years back. She's got experience studying ancient cultures. Make sure the team gets her research. Could be useful in Andromeda.
Pretty sure my sister's mentioned Dr. T'Soni. An expert on Protheans, I think.
I have loaded Dr. T'Soni's research onto datapads.
Depois vamos dar uma olhada na datapads. Oh, agora dá pra ver, ó.
Hello, Alec. This is Dr. T'Soni. I'm flattered you contacted me. Most scientists dismiss my work, but I'm young and Asari, and they are getting older. So we will see who has the final word. In the meantime, I'm
Eu nunca
happy
vi
to
ela
pass
dando
along
risada
my
dessa.
research. I hope your team finds it useful.
Vamos ver se... Olha só.
Hello, Alec. I received your message. I must say the thought of exploring another galaxy has my head spinning. I am honestly not sure how people could survive a trip like that. And anyway, I could not bear to leave the Milky Way behind. There is so much about the Protheans I still hope to learn here. So much potential wisdom to tap. I wish you much good luck and future success.
Ok. Vamos ver o último registro.
Dunn's agreed to a scouting mission on Habitat 7. I'm gearing up now. I'm worried about Sarah. Dr. Tapero says she'll be fine, but she's my daughter. How can I not worry? I hate to leave her like this. It's these moments when you wish you told your children you love them more often. Or ever. Which brings me to the tough part. Kids, if anything happens to me, there are things you're gonna find out. I hope you'll understand.
Vamos ver se a gente vai entender, né? Bom, tá aqui os criptografados, a gente vai abrir. Aqui tem um trecho de áudio, deixa eu ver se aqui.
I am Dr. Liara Tassoni, and I've spent several decades researching ancient Protheans. It is common knowledge that the Protheans were an advanced race that flourished in the Milky Way about 50,000 years ago, then went extinct. Even at the time of this writing, the year 2182, their culture remains a mystery. During my studies, I have developed some practices that can be used when analyzing any ancient culture. I hope they may prove useful for the research community.
Bom, olhando por esse aspecto, assim, que estamos em Andrômeda, 600 anos no futuro, a Liara teria por volta de 709 anos. 710, 711. Seria já uma matriarca, já perto do... entraria na terceira fase da vida adulta.
When studying a dead race, the most obvious problem is the lack of an observable population. This raises the question, when is a species truly extinct? The Prothean civilization spanned the galaxy, and it took centuries to confirm that all members of the species really had died out. While it's possible that living Protheans may be found in a hidden pocket of the galaxy one day, the chances are statistically trivial. Once an extinction is confirmed, the study's nature moves from sociology to exoarchaeology.
Ok, é legal ouvir. Olha só, a Normandy aqui é 2? A Normandy 2? Então já tava no final do jogo 1, começo do jogo 2, então. A CR2. Bom, eu vou ficando por aqui nesse vídeo. Ele deu mais de... Opa, tem outra coisa aqui. Deu mais de 1h30. Vamos ver.
When studying an extinct race, it is important that our preconceptions and current knowledge not color the facts. We must look to the evidence itself. The Protheans constructed the Citadel and an incredible network of mass effect relays. This speaks to a culture of the highest order. Such a monumental achievement surely must come from an enlightened race that was in harmony with its people, free of conflict and strife. Without the ability to study a living example, however, this can never be determined with 100% accuracy.
Ok. A gente descobriu. Bom, eu acho que aqui a missão toda já zerou. Acho que tem alguma coisa aqui, ó. Deixa eu ver se é áudio, trecho de áudio ou vídeo. Deixa eu ver que missão é essa aqui, peraí. Segredos da família Ryder, Arcas Perdidas. Deixa eu ver, não tem tarefa aqui. Ué? Eu acho que vamos ver, acho que não tem mais nada aqui não, a gente já vi tudo. Bom, vou terminando esse vídeo por aqui. Eu acho que aqui é pra falar com Sam. Eu acho que é pra falar com Sam ou pra descer. Eu já falei com Sam. Bom, vou terminando esse vídeo por aqui. Porque o próximo vídeo a gente já vai pra nave. Pra nave que a gente vai receber, que vai ser a nossa Normandy. Aqui, que vai ser chamado de Tempest. Então a gente vai pra lá. E a gente indo pra lá, a gente vai começar a nossa exploração pelo mundo e vai ser uns vídeos mais legais do que esse aqui. Apesar que esse aqui teve bastante história, tá? Então é isso, eu vou ficando por aqui. Falou, valeu, até mais, um abraço.